Hi students, this is Dr. Greg. I just wanted to put together a really quick video about how to create your graph for your Wisconsin FAST plans, or basically any line graph in Excel. Now it's a little wonky if you try to use the online Excel because you can't have a couple features that are in the graph that's on Excel on your computer. So what I'm using today is the computer or the desktop version of Excel, the version that you have downloaded to your computer. You can create it here, and then all you have to do is then upload it to your online OneDrive, and then you'll have it there. You need to create it here in order to use those features. So what we have first is we have the data here. Now, typically, here is showing that we have the day right here. Now the thing is that if we wanted to put the days right here, we wanted to Excel to plot it, you cannot have days there. You have to take that out. For some reason, Excel can't read the information if you have that word right there, so you have to keep it plain. So we've got our days. So here's our days, day 0, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, 12, 13, and 14. And then we have our plant height for our control experiments. For our control plants, we have our average plant heights going down here. You've got all of them. And then this is where you're going to put your experimental plants right here. So of course on day 0, you'll still have 0 growth too, like I do. But then on day 4, you're going to start to get different growth. Now I put just one for all of these just as placeholders. Of course, this is where your data will be. So put your averages right there. Okay, so once you have this set up this way, then all you have to do is you highlight your data. So you need to make sure you highlight all those boxes. Then you go up here to Insert, and you go to Chart. Now, of course, we know that this is not called a chart, it's called a graph, but again, you are smarter than Excel. So you have to know what you're doing, and you have to tell Excel what to do with the information you're giving it. So you're going to choose, like we said in class, you're going to choose your line graph. So choose this one, and we're going to go with this one here. You can see as you change here, you can see that you're changing the type of graph that you're seeing. So we're going to go with this one here so that we can see the markers. So click this one, and then you see all you do, and then it just puts it right there. So I'm going to move it up here for a minute. Okay, so as you can see, it's plotted here, but we know that because we know from class where we talked about the requirements for a perfect graph, that this is not perfect. It does not have all of the features that it needs to have. So that's where you come in with your editing. So with your editing, let me move this over a little bit here so that you can see the editing tool. Sorry. There's like a nice little background here. Okay, there. Now you can see this part here. Okay, so when you're going to edit, you're going to use this right here, this tab that's right here, where it says Add Chart Element. This is where you're going to click here, and then this is going to let you edit your axes title, your chart title, the labels, all of the things, legend, that's the thing. So we can see that our legend is down here. Now, if this is where we want our legend, then that's fine, it's there. But if that's not where we want our legend, then we can move it to the right. We can move it to the top if we want. See how when I'm just hovering over it, it moves the legend over. Move it to the left, then the bottom. So wherever you want it, or if you don't need a legend, if the graph put a legend on there and you're like, hey, we don't need a legend, then you would just click none. So wherever you want your legend, put it there. Then if you want to change where your chart title is, if you want to put it centered and overlaid, or if you want to put it above chart, there you go. If you want to add some axis titles, right there, you see how we just hovered over the primary horizontal and we got that. If we hover and click it, then we've got this right here was added right here. And all you have to do is to right here is you can edit it right here. Awesome, X, axis, however you want it to be. Now, of course, that's not appropriate for a graph, is it? No. So you can fix that later. Same thing with the primary vertical. If you put it here, you can add one right there. And you see it added it right here. Now, the other thing that you'll notice here is sometimes when it makes the graph or it adds the title, you might get where these axis title is actually too far over and on the numbers. You can just keep moving it. So you can just move where you want. Plus, you can also make this area bigger or smaller, depending like if you wanted, if it was like this, you just kind of move it in, put it here. You shouldn't have to, but if for some reason when it makes it, it needs to, you can do it. If you want to move this, make it wider. If you want to make this here to where your legend is kind of more on the graph, then you just widen it this way. The one last thing is here, and that we noticed. This is the feature that is not on Excel Online, and that is where you're going to change the range for here. So as you can see, we don't have equal intervals. We're not starting at 0. And each of the spacing here, this one goes up by 4, but now you're only going up by 1, by 1, by 1, and then now you've jumped to like 4. So if we want to make this equal spacing, what we do is we hover over like any of the numbers and then just click on the numbers to where you're getting that box. If you right click here, or sorry, double click, oh, here we go. Double click, there we go. Double click in the box, you're gonna see that this whole format axis starts to pop up right here. So what you need to do is you need to make sure that this is axis options and you're at horizontal category, which we are. You need to make sure that we've clicked this bar right here is glowing. And then all you have to change is from this automatically selected based on data, change it to date axis. And that should automatically change it to where now it's equally spaced. And now you've got the dates. And you can still see that it's only plotting the days right here that you actually have measured. And then now it's filling in the areas here. And so this gives you a better representation of your data than what it was beforehand. And it addresses all of those requirements that we talked about. And so from here, now you can just close that out. And now once you have all of your data here, now you can just upload this entire file to your OneDrive. So now you have it saved, and it should save it perfectly like this. So I hope that helps you be able to make your graph here. If you have questions, just come see me. All right. I hope you have a great day. Be good, be kind, be awesome, and always recycle.